Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of Dragon's Durance. So, I'm on the server with me, myself, and we're gonna have a ball, you see. It's just going to be, oh my gosh, there's going to be so much to do. I can't wait to play with myself. Anyways, so the other silverwood tree has grown, so some people probably have been ninjaing over into my base. Those bastards. And let's look at where we left off. So we have this nice little repeater, deployer, etc. And I've been working while I was at school. Oh no, on logic gate design, and someone actually suggested something that is very smart, and I actually didn't think of doing this. I'll just show you what he had in mind. Now, I'm going to need to get more redstone. What I'm thinking of doing is actually going over to someone's base and leaving a message saying, I took some redstone, I owe you so much redstone. Okay, in the meantime, let's show what he had. So, as you know, redstone occurs when this basically appears. So, what he suggested was putting the repeater that gets redstone when a block is there, like so. So, it goes like that. And all I'd need to do is do this. Let's just watch it. Pushed, pushed, and it's just going. And now all I have to do is it gets eaten automatically, supposedly. There is obviously a bit of a delay that will need to be metered out. Maybe have some sort of pulse former have happen anyways. But I think this might work. Or have some sort of counter to hold it, and a counter and a timer or something. I don't know. We'll probably think of some way to get this a bit more smart. But in the meantime, let's be dumb and do a bunch of other random stuff. So, we're going to need a filter for the sand so that the sand can actually go to the place that we, well, want it to. Funnily enough, that's a nice thing to happen. So, we're going to need to make a filter. We are just going to need to get our redstone all metered out like so. So, redstone doped wafers, we're going to need to grab our gold and hopefully get everything nice and planted. La 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 la. Gold! And some more of these. Might as well bring the rest of this stuff with the main supply so I don't, whoops, this way, so I don't, get something a little messed up or something. I don't know. Something heroic, I'm sure. So, putting our brass away, putting our gold here, and getting rid of this, we'll get one filter, if you please. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll be here all week. And we'll put this for our sand supply. So just place this down, screw it into place, and we're going to need to move this so that we have another tube in it. Did you just eat my chest? Hello? Where are you? I had 2 payments left on that damn thing. Come on, it's not like it grows on trees or anything. I could have sworn I made that joke before. Anywho, let's just get this. Does the block breaker actually consume these? No, it doesn't. So we'll take that back. And we're going to need to leverage ourselves up. Now, it's possible that it was either deleted, which is unlikely, or it wound up in the deployer. Yes, it did. Okay, so good. Now I got to pay the few extra diamonds that I need on this. What? So, put this down. We got sand in the filter. Now, sand in the filter. That doesn't sound healthy. Let's try a larger delay on this. And the larger delay might help. So, got that. It ate it. Let's get this out of the way. We're going to need to push a few of these. Now it's when the sand comes that's the problem. Oh, that just works amazingly. Oh my gosh, man, I'm not gonna say I'm a genius, I forget who said it, but this is just an amazing thing, and we can just have that happen, and then just do a bunch of ticks here, and then it'll be done after a few pistons pushes just there, and it's going to need an extra push. So let's see, is 3 ticks what we need? 3 ticks is what we need. So we got everything sorted now. We have a method to get all our wood. We'll probably wait for this to decay, get some extra stuff, but all in all, this method should keep us going. So we're going to need a few things. I actually got a nice handy-dandy wiring diagram ready for myself. Too bad you guys can't see it right now, but believe me, it is awesome. So we're going to need to move some of this stuff. We'll put the torch back once we get everything else aligned. Put away a bunch of flowers since we don't need these. And we're going to need to just make a wall where all of our wiring will go. So we'll put the wall here. So 5, I think. Let's see, how many places? We'll put 7. And we're going to, well, it won't interfere too much. This is going to be a temporary structure anyway, so it won't be too much of a bother. So let's get rid of all of our flowers. Poor little buttercup, I won't see you. There we go. This should be enough bricks for our nice little high wall, and it's probably only going to need to be like 5 haul. 5 haul. Yeah, 5 haul. Kind of like, sounds like a moving company. Introducing the new 5 haul moving system, where it takes $5 to move anything, and if you pay more, I don't know where I'm going with this, okay? I just want to love. So let's break down a tree to show how much we love this thing, and eat a baked potato because that's how we roll. Throw these in, and now can we partition this so that we have it angled, yet we don't have to have the redstone torch right here. We can put this here instead, and that will work. Okay, so that's good. And we're going to need a few wires. Well, we don't really have any wires, do we? So this is where the IOU is going to come in. I'm going to go ninja into someone's base and borrow stuff. And I do mean borrow. I can probably put something in as recompense for me borrowing, like redstone. I can probably put a diamond in. No, that's only good for some people. I don't know. But I'll borrow only like half a stack. Actually, I'll borrow a full stack and try to figure out what I'll put in the meantime. So full stack, I'll put an IOU, and then I will need to go do some mining to make sure that I can basically redeem the coupon. Okay, so I will be right back. Huh. So I placed the sign, and there is some sort of switch here. And I have no idea what the switch is actually doing. Is it some sort of just dummy switch? There's a diamond here. Okay, I do not want to do it. I do not want to. He's just taunting me with that. I should probably ask him what the heck it's supposed to be, because otherwise I am going to go crazy. Maybe it's a free diamond switch. Though, why would he have a switch in his base, which, by the way, is stocked with diamonds? That is a free diamond switch. I have no idea. It's a trap. It must be a trap. There's no other way that he'd have that there. He's just taunting me. Maybe it's not able to do anything. Maybe it's just a switch with a diamond above it. Did you think of that? Just pulling mind games. I won't be able to live. I'll be pining for that switch. I'll be sleeping, not a care in the world, and then, oh my gosh, the switch! What will I do? And then, Oh no, it'll be in my dreams. I'll flip it and he'll be like, oh my gosh, I finally got it. And then Shadow Dragon will be behind me saying, what the heck are you on? Speaking about sleeping, let's go do that right now and then finish some of our circuitry before we do anything else crazy. Speaking of which, chicken. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Chicken. Okay, now that we have our chicken and we have finally sent our sanity on a one-way ticket to heck, we can go onwards and make some of our circuitry that we will need for our future endeavors. Probably what I'm going to do is, once I get all this done, I'll go mining and just put a chest showing, hey, here's the redstone. Maybe I should just put some of the redstone he has into the chest. Nah, that's just cheating. So, we got redstone, and we're going to want to make some more circuitry, which will probably require more wires. Therefore, let's make a few more wires and get some of our logic gates needed made. So, the logic gates that we need, if I look at what I have right now, is a counter, 2 timers, an RS NOR latch, a NOT gate, 2 pulse formers, and a state cell. That is a lot. So let's look at the state cell first. We need a silicon chip and a bunch of other stuff, and we will need some wafers. We got the wafers, and we're going to need more wafers, and that will also include smooth stone, which I think we have a plentiful supply of. Now, it's not as sophisticated as other things, but I think this will do fine. This will do just fine. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Now that we eat our chicken, we can go crafting. Shut up. Okay, so, state cell, state cell, state cell. We got one doper. I have never been so doper. Derp, derp, derp. We got a wafer, and a doped wafer rather, silicon chip, and we got the smooth stone that we need. So I think 8 redstone torches will be enough for everything, though I could be wrong on that account. 2 wires, anodes. Do we have anodes with us? Yes, we do. We'll need more, of course, but this is good for now. So let's see. 2 wires. Wire. I'm wired. 1, 2. And then we need to get the anodes, pointer, and cathode. So that'll be easy enough. Maybe this stuff I shouldn't make in the project table because I'm bound to make some mistakes. So pointer, cathode, and let's see. That, and wafers, right? Okay, what's the other one? Shut up. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure on how this works, so I'll try to see. So interval, from what I believe, how does the screwdriver rather, mess with this? That's good, actually. Okay, let's see. Put it down. Not anything from there. Not anything from there. Not anything from there. Not anything from there. Okay, there we go. So this is the input. This is the output that stays on for the time. And then it stays on until the redstone torch is taken off. And it stays on for an extra second after that. So that is what we need. So we got one of those. So state timer. And now we need timers. Timers will probably be easy enough to do. 3 wires, so we need 6 wires in total. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Making sure I do not right click. And we're going to need some more anodes as well. So anodes. And what else? We got the wires, we need the cathodes, and some more pointers. So let's point that out, the folly of our follies. So 1, 2. 3, 4. Got that. And we'll put these around. And there we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got our timers now. 2 timers. We'll take these timers and also put them in here. Now the pulse formers. Can't wait till I get to a point where I can just do this all on my lonesome. So pulse former is going to be a bit more difficult. We're going to need a lot more anodes. And I'm wondering if that one stack was enough. But we'll find out soon enough. So we got our stone. We got our cathodes. We don't have our cathodes. We're going to need to make our cathodes, which will require some more sticks, which will require some more sanity, which will not be allowed to continue. Yes. Let's go with 10 of these. There we go. We got 10 redstone torches, 4 wires, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see. So we got our stone wires. We got our stone anodes. We got our cathodes, which is going to be all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got that. Put that away. And we got everything else. So let's put this in. Hopefully it's the right position, though I have my doubts. Good, it's the right position. There, there, there. I always have my doubts. You gotta have a safety net. So, pulse formers, got them. Now what remains? So we got the pulse former counter. We need 2 more gates, which is the NOT gate. And do we have enough redstone? We should. NOT gate, counter, and RS NOR latch. We're going to need to also smelt up some of our stone that we have right now. So we can easily do that. And all this wire, we're probably going to rewire it anyway, so we can probably disassemble our system later on, and then it'll be perfectly acceptable. Yes, we'll go with that. So we'll probably have to wait a few, because I want to go through all of my reasoning of doing particular steps in the program. There's no point just half-assing it, because that's not how I like to do things. Is this enough wafers? Let's wait. Okay, this should be at least enough to get the NOT gate. But what's the most important part? The counter is the most important part, so we should get the counter first of all. So counter, 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 counter. We should have enough redstone. If not, that'll be a problem. But anyway, let's go. Counter will require 2 of these, one pointer, which is lovely. So we'll get the 1 pointer, 1, and we'll put these back, and we'll need the 2 cathodes, 1, 2, and we'll need the 2 wires, 1, 2. And then I think that's good. So, got that, I got that. Okay. La la, la la la, la 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 la. Okay. So what can we deposit currently? This we can stack, and all this we can take out. Put this in here. We might as well. And so we got the counter. That's good. And the last, well, the most important part is the RS NOR latch. So RS latch, not RS NOR latch, it's an RS latch. Personal anchor? I have no idea what that's supposed to do. It's probably Now another thing, let's see how much redstone this will require. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 redstone. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Does that require 15 nerds? I got torches already. So we need to make 3 cathodes in total. And RS is going to require another additional. So we need to make just 1 more torch. And we'll make all of these into our cathodes. So we got all the cathodes we need. And we're going to need to make probably 2 sets of anodes. Let's see. RS NOR latch needs 2 anodes, and the others requires 3, I believe. Let's see. Not, because this isn't funny. Haha. And that is true. Good. And we can go get our remaining wafers. Waffles. This is making me want waffles. Why is this making me want waffles, dang it? I didn't ask for waffles. I want waffles. Can someone get me some waffles? You know, preferably with maple syrup. I don't want to have all that sugary stuff. Okay, so let's sleep and then we can get back to this. I prefer having a eternal day area, but oh well, no matter. Ta-da! Okay, we got our wafers, and we'll put them there. And we got 1 set and 2 set. Now we got all our sets. Okay, we got our cathodes, we got our anodes. We need 1 wire there. And okay, we just got enough. We just got enough, guys. Okay, 2 wires on top, 2 wires on bottom. And if I'm missing some, I won't be happy. But that is not too much of a bother, considering everything else that I've gone through. So, but this, and we got our RS NOR latch. RS latch, rather. It's not a NOR latch. And we'll put this, and this. Okay, so we got our final part. So after doing a bit of inventory management, which we can manage, hopefully, we'll get all of our stuff. So we'll need all of this, and we're probably going to need all of these as well. Okay, so let's do some circuit setup circuitry. Get our remaining red alloy and wire these so that we actually have some wires, and we won't worry about anything else, like this will be more efficient if you only use 1 wire or something like that. I don't care. Okay, so logic me up. Let's see how we're going to need to do this. We're going to have this send to the deployer up there. So just quickly sending that off, that'll be good. And we'll start, and we're going to need to have these up as well. Take this and this out. Let's put our timers. Timer and counter at least. Let's start with that. So putting timer up there. We'll deactivate it with this and switch it around so it's like that. Now, the wire actually should go here. So that timer will be going off to the deployer. We'll set it off to something else. But, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're probably going to... Let's use it over here instead so that we have more room to work with. There we go. So everything's deployed and everything, that's okay. So we're also going to have the counter and spin it around. So here we go. Okay, that is incremented somehow. Let's decrement it. Good. So we're actually going to want to change it so that it goes like that. So the wire that... Sorry, let's turn that back. So we'll want it when it's all the way down to stop this timer. Like so. But we're also going to need to have some... Let's get the cover strips instead of the full covers, because the strips will make sure we don't have to tear a strip, so to speak. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be enough. 8 will be a decent amount. So cover strips, we'll want to make sure these 2 wires don't intersect. And this wire is going to be incrementing this counter, which will set so that the maximum count is 10, increment is 10, but the decrement is 10. So increment is 1 rather, sorry about that. And we'll take that out of the way. So we got that. Good. So when this pulses that it's done, we're going to want a pulse to form. And we'll turn this around. So when this turns on, so let's try to show it like this. Or that's the wrong way, right? That's increment. Sorry, that's decrement. We want it to decrement back down. So wait. I'm confused. One moment. Confused. I always seem to get confused. So it decrements by 10. So let's put it back to 1 and have it increment by 10. So when we have a pulse like here, it will go through 10 pulses. And we'll put it so that it's a second instead. 7. And that didn't go. Or we're frozen. Up. And we crashed. That wasn't good. Probably some bug for one of these. I'm not too sure. So, making sure everything's saved. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it pulsed. Okay, and it doesn't pulse at any other time. But it stays on, doesn't it? No, it doesn't stay on. Okay, so just make sure that the pulse goes through. That's good. We'll toy with these settings later once we have everything good. This will be the wire that's going out to the deployer. So we also need to have the state cell. So the state cell, basically when it gets the pulse, it's going to wait for a particular amount of time to make sure that everything's good. So let's try this again. We'll put it to debugging of 3 in a sec. Okay, that wasn't the right way. I'm gonna have to turn this to a debugging of 3. Good, and that increment is going to need to go down to 3 as well. So we're going to need to rotate this or change it like that. So let's wait. Nope. Is it this side? I have no clue. There we go. So it pulses out from that side, and that means we'll need to change it. And we might not need the pulse former, or rather the pulse thingy mabobber. So let's take that. 2, 3. Pulse. Okay, so we don't need the pulse former, the second pulse former. Though we can change this. Though that doesn't matter. So let's see. It was like this, or was it like this? Let's see. It was probably like this. I'll get it right eventually. I'm not too sure how long that'll take, but we'll get it right eventually. Okay, there we go. That works. Now we'll need the RS NOR latch as well. Not too sure if we'll need the other one. So the RS NOR latch will need to flip around so that it sends the pulse that will need to be done. So this we'll put around and swap around. So it's on. We'll use a lever to turn it off. And we'll see. This is the one that needs to trigger the pulse. So we need to trigger this thing to go on. Wait, do we trigger that or the timer? Wait, the timer goes on. Yes, now that I remember it. This is supposed to be on. Let's turn it so that it's that instead. So this shouldn't be direct. One moment. Let's think about this for a second. Okay, so this should stay on until everything's done. That means we can put the timer here and put this here. So this will pulse a number of times until the wire saying, like the wire from here, which we'll bring over, is ready, so to speak. So here we go. We need to flip this around. That's good. So once we get a block here, we need to have this pulse so that it's the other way. Right? There we go. So it'll pulse 3 times, then it'll wait, then good, it goes again until it gets another block. Good, so everything's working, so to speak. And we're going to just need to have some sort of other lever to turn it off, which will probably be this one, which is pretty much the kill. And we'll have this go to the deployer that's right here. So let's do a bit extra wiring. We can probably tidy this up at some other time. We're going to need some more wires, so let's collect some more wires from over here since we don't need all of them, and then we'll get back to work. Okay, so I've been doing a bit of fact-checking with this. Well, not really fact-checking, but testing on how well this is working, and I think I have this. So let's turn this on. It'll plant it, go. Then it'll do a bit of piston pushing, though we might need to do a bit more. That's 8, so we need to bump this up. Let's go back. And it's not this that we need to increment, it's this. Let's turn this back. Just get the sand out of the way. And okay, so obviously it's gonna press some more sand on the issue, which is not what we need, but let's take that, get the rest of it out. Now I put that state cell to 18 seconds or something, serious like that. So let's see how this goes. Okay, it'll deploy and deploy once. Okay, so 1, 2, it went. So now it'll just eat up all the sand. And now probably with some method, we can get everything else working. Like we'll tweak that. That won't be too much of a problem. We'll get everything else tweaked. We're still getting all of the rest of the stuff. So it'll be one of those. And hope I don't kill myself. There we go. We can put some more saplings in. But currently, it seems like it's eating everything right. So this is a working model, even though now I owe people 2 stacks of redstone. I can go off mining, get the 2 redstone whenever I feel like. And we'll bump this down to probably 14 seconds. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Dragon's Durance. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. Let's just watch to see how well this is going. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.